welcome back to The Pulse. Now, non-profit organization Child Online Africa is calling on the Gaming Commission to scale up enforcement of relevant laws which discourage children from the business of sports betting. Now, Section 48 of the Gaming Commissions Act 721 on children states that a person responsible for gambling machine shall not permit a child to use the gambling machine or to enter a place where the gambling machine is operating. The group, which has launched this internet awareness campaign 19th November, says it is worried that more children may be lured into betting this month owing to the start of the World Cup tournament. In view of this, Child Online Africa says betting ought to be giving a special attention in this month. Joining us via Zoom is the Executive Director, Awu Idam Amanya. Thank you for your time here on The Pulse. So how much of a worry should it be for us as a nation that child betting still is a problem for us?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, Blessed, and good afternoon to your viewers and listeners. Betting has been a problem in the past, but it's not as widespread as it is now. Just like you rightly read from the law, spoke to the offline environment where children are expected to walk into a space to bet and all of that. But interestingly now, the dynamic has changed. Children have access to these devices, all manner of things, and they are able to see the betting platforms on these devices. It's surprising to note that sometimes you can have access to the interface without necessarily providing any form of verification. And to us, the fact is that children or what you see cannot be unseen. So we cannot unsee what children watch or what they are confronted with when they are indulging on those platforms. So clearly, it poses a huge danger to young people. So as part of our 19th November, which we theme making online safety a lifestyle, we thought the first point of call, owing to the fact that we are in a football season, should be to the Gaming Commission to start engaging their stakeholders to reviewing their laws in order to meet the trends that we have now. We can all attest to the fact that young people as young as 12 and 14 are engaging on these platforms. We visit schools and they do say that, yes, they play the game because at least you will earn some money. That is not exciting to note. These children are not picking up the habit in random. They are watching we adults do it, and so they are also copying. But in order for the Gaming Commission to be helpful to the well-being of the future generation, it will be worth it if they put safeguards in place. The guardrails, some of them might not prove, but if it requires you to put in your age before you engage, it will be helpful. And now there are systems in place that could even verify a person before a person engages.
But if it's illegal, if it's illegal in our laws, why are we having a challenge simply cracking down on some of these activities? Should we be approaching it from the side of the operators or dealing with the minors who are involved in the act?
Yeah. Blessed, we cannot limit it to just the operators because it goes beyond the operators. The operators are more like intermediary between the commission and the end user. So clearly, it has to come from the design stage. So if the law, as we have it now, is what we want to adopt, then it means that it leaves out those who are online and only focusing on those who can walk into spaces or those who can be seen. But you and I will agree that policing mechanism when it comes to the digital space cannot be left to just the provider of the service. It must go beyond that. So how do we do that? That is why we need to put a stiffer system. For instance, I was talking about an application that could verify people's age. If it will even require you to upload your Ghana card to verify, it will do us a lot of good than exposing minors to this habits, and they living with it and becoming bad people in society. And we, the very people who are giving them those access, will now be complaining about their behavior. So it's very, very important. And it's also necessary for the Gaming Commission to intensify their adverts. Anything which has to do with their platform should carry maybe they can adopt the cigarette approach and put it there that it's harmful to young people and all of that. Then we know that they are making an effort at engaging. But it's very, very necessary for even the legislature to sit down and take a second look at the law as we have it. Section 48, as you rightly read, does not take cognizance of the digital space. So clearly, that is a loophole or a gap which needs to be taken a second look at. So we are of the view that we don't want this young to become more like casual workers for Gaming Commission or any other gaming platform for that matter. And we don't want them to be people who are addicted to this kind of games which are not of their age. So clearly we need to take that second look, and we are pleading with the Gaming Commission and the legislature and all those who matter in this regard to put in the measures and parents as much as possible to.
I was just about talking about the parents because they are the ones buying the devices for these children. The betting machines, quote unquote, have come closer to the children as in as much as we're trying to avoid it. So the issue about parental guidance, how critical is that in the fight against child betting?
Yeah, I think it's the first point of call when we want to talk about that, because clearly, yes, they are handing the devices to the children, and the fact that, yeah, we agree some of them might not be conversant with the devices or what it can do. And these children are watching all manner of things and would even pick the URL from any platform that they are using in order to engage. It will be very appropriate and responsible on the part of parents to keep an eye on their children's devices. And if you are a parent who engages in betting, as much as possible, don't involve your child or don't let them imitate you to become nuisance in society.
Some of the parents are not too conversant with the devices themselves, so it goes without saying that they may not be able to effectively control. You agree?
Yes, I agree, and which is why this our campaign is ongoing. We are putting out information out there on all our socials as to how to be responsible citizens and how to engage responsibly. So parents can get to our socials on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram occasionally, and even visit our website, childonlineafrica.org, toolkits, and download necessary information that could help them curb some of these situations at home. And there's no point in getting scared that your child will be exposed to things and not having that friendly conversation with the child in order for him or her to live responsibly in the space. So it's everybody's responsibility, and we call on everyone, including the children themselves, to engage in order for us to create a better future and a better digital space.
The final issue would be about the economic challenges currently confronting us. Many say that betting has become a good means of making money. I'm yet to try that anyway. But of course, it's bringing lots of good results to those who are engaged in it. So it's perhaps the reason why we find more and more young people, including juveniles, entering into sports betting. Is that not a, good reason or a justifiable reason for which we should have some level of tolerance when we see children engaging in betting?
Blessed, the economic situation wouldn't stay with us forever. And I don't think you would want to have a truant or a recalcitrant child in future because of an economic condition that is lasting for a period. So clearly, we need to think beyond the situation we find ourselves in right now and look at the future of these young people, the kind of lifestyle we want them to uphold, and the kind of society we want to build, and take the necessary steps in ensuring that we put them in the right environment and we give them the right content. Just like I said earlier, we don't want the children to be people who even be in social gatherings and refusing to visit the washroom because they will have to leave their devices and end up peeing in the cup, in the paper. So clearly, it's our responsibility and a collective one at that. So we need to take charge and do what is expected of us as parents, as stakeholders, as developers, and what have you. Safety starts from the design stage before the end access to it.
Awo Aidamamenye is the Executive Director for Child Online Africa. Thank you for joining us here on The Pulse.